also, when you get out of credit or the borrowing mindset, you're able to pay things in cash. Think about everything in cash. If you already have a fully funded emergency fund, which is baby step 3, if you're at baby step 3, you have a fully funded emergency fund. When something happens, you're covered. Then you're able to just imagine just buying a car in cash. Imagine you need a couch and you're about to just buy that couch in cash because you have so much overhead or so much margin when your paychecks come in. It's not like you have to, oh man, I have to pay rent, I have to pay car insurance, I have to pay this, and you come home with $200. Of course, you're not going to be able to save anything or buy anything in cash or save for a home in cash because, like I said, we have these debts grabbing our income, fighting for our income. Freeing that up, creating margin, being able to change our mindset, thinking of things in the long haul instead of just short term could really benefit us in the future and allow us to focus on paying things in cash instead of lending, instead of borrowing. And I have another verse from Deuteronomy 28, verse 12. Just the context, the Lord is talking to Israel, and it's a blessing for being obedient in this passage, in these verses. It says, verse 12 says, the Lord will open to you his good treasury, the heavens, to give the rain to your land in its seasons, and to bless all the work of your hands. And you shall lend to many nations, but you shall not borrow. And the Lord will make you the head and not the tail. And you should only go up and not down. If, and this is important, you obey the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you today, being careful to do them. So, although the Lord is specifically talking to Israel, we can still take some of this wisdom and apply it to our everyday life. Saying that we will be the head, not the tail, saying we will be the lender, not the borrower, is a shifted mindset, right? We have the mindset of, oh, we'll always be behind. I'll never be financially stable, but we speak against those generational curses. We speak against that generational mindset that we can never get ahead. We can get ahead if we're diligent and we're living below our means. So that's also the key. Living below your means will free up your finances, will allow you to live a cash flow life. If you look at my last video, I was able to cash flow my entire college experience, right? And there were some blessings that I had, like I wasn't paying rent at the time. I was just paying for school, but using and leveraging the things that we have at hand, the circumstances that we have at hand. Of course, not everybody's circumstance is the same, but if you're willing to live below your means, when my wife and I were paying off debt, we lived below our means. We ate rice and beans a lot of nights, a lot of weeks, a lot of months without a heavy protein, or we would just have chicken, rice, and beans, like instead of going out so much. So really increasing the margin so you're able to either throw money at debt or throw money at savings. And in 5 to 10 years, depending on your income, you can save a lump sum of money, right? And not just saving, if you're also paying off debt, you also have an emergency fund, you're able to invest your money in things called mutual funds, index funds, the S&P 500. Of course, do your own research. You could search those things up and invest in Investopedia, and they will break them down to you. But basically, these funds have a APY of usually 7 to 12% ish, right? Meaning you will get a decent return on the money that you put in it. And like I talked about in one of my finance videos, if you have a high yielding savings account, your money will make money, right? I talked about in one of the videos, if you have $5,000 and you put it in an average savings account with 0.39 APY, you would make $19.50 at the end of the year. But if you put it in a high yielding savings account, the same $5,000 with a 4.5 APY, instead you would come home with 225 extra dollars, right? So that's a vast difference from 1950 to 225 just based on the account where you put your money. So if you put yourself in situations, you put your money in situations to thrive and continue to grow, it's called some people say a snowball effect. Your money's just snowballing, it's building, it's building, it's building. And you can do the same thing while you're attacking debt. Snowball, building and building, attacking debt from smallest to largest, lowering the debt, lowering the debt, lowering the debt until it's non-existent. But if we have the credit or borrowing mindset, it'll be like, well, that's just a debt. We just have student loans. Everyone has student loans. Everyone has homeowner debt. Everyone has a car note. Everyone has these things. Yeah, but everyone is not financially literate. Everyone is not financially successful. Just because it looks that way doesn't mean it's actually true, but you can do it yourself if you apply some of these tools. So I hope that this video was encouraging. I hope that your mindset is slowly changing, and I pray that we start thinking about cash flowing things as opposed to borrowing and, you know, getting deeper and deeper and deeper in debt. I hope that one day some of you who are watching are able to pay off your home in cash or able to pay off your home in 10 to 15 years. Another caveat, if you are looking to buy a home, Dave Ramsey recommends that you take out a 15-year fixed rate with 20% down. He really understands, at the very least, if you're not able to cash out your home, if you're not able to live below your means to, save hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, the next best thing is to have a 15-year fixed mortgage rate and have 20% down so your mortgage payments are a lot smaller. So just some things to consider. Again, I'm not a financial expert. I'm just somebody who really loves this and who really wants to see everybody I know and everybody financially free, where they're able to, do things with their money as opposed to just being so tight-handed. Because I believe that if everyone's able to be financially free or financially literate, they will give more. They will help the world more. They will donate their time. They will donate their finances, and the world will become a better place at the end. That's baby step 7. Give like no one else. Right? So thank you guys for tuning in. God bless you. Consider credit versus debit, right? Credit versus cash, debit and cash. I consider the same thing. I'll let you guys get to it.